What's up, Naratax? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I was gonna post an episode of Crafting with Katherine today, but that unfortunately had to be delayed a little bit, but don't worry, it will be up later in the week. But for today, we are back on X Life for a little bit because, well, some things happened in court. Before I explain what I mean about court, I asked you guys in the previous episode if you had any name suggestions for my new animals, and you did. So from the comments, I picked out Sun Bun for my yellow cow. Then for the muddy pigs, we have Tulip and Blossom. For the mushroom chickens, we're gonna be naming One Mush and One Room. So together, they are a mushroom. And then if we go downstairs, for my cat, we're gonna dye her collar white and name her Moonlight. Now that I've named my pets, I want to decorate my Waystone area. My Waystone has kind of been hanging out in the open randomly, so I think we should give it a cute area. So I want my Waystone area to be safe, and I also want it to kind of resemble this top part of my house. And I think I'm gonna put it right over here across from my house. Alright guys, so here is my little Waystone building. It's basically just the top of my house. It's pretty much just a square building with star windows on every side, but I don't think it looks too terrible. I do want to fill in this area with dirt though, because if you look around, this is kind of the only section that is one block lower than the rest, and I just feel like it would look better if this random dip in the ground did not exist. Until I move my sugarcane and all of my farming stuff to a different area, this is about as good as it's gonna get for now. I think it looks a lot better, but we'll eventually fill out this whole area too. Now for the inside of my Waystone area, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm gonna do a layer of stone around the inside, then we're gonna add some slabs, and then in the middle we're gonna add some purple blocks. We can add some fairy lights to the ceiling, and then we can place our Waystone in the middle. Now around the outside of this Waystone area, I would like to plant some purple trees. And at the base of the purple trees, we can add some of the purple leafed carpet to kind of look like the leaves are piling up. Now let's add a purple mushroom on this side, and then we can put a blue mushroom on this side. Maybe we can add some bone meal, and we can add some slabs to the front of this build. Now let's put our path back. And with that, I think our new Waystone area is done for now. And now back to that court thing that I was talking about. If you guys have been keeping up with all the other players' videos, then you'll know that Megan died falling off of Joel's shop. There's been a little bit of back and forth about it, so today we are going to court and I'm on the jury.
Good day, good day. Everyone ready? Everyone may be seated. You may be seated. So we are gathered in this courthouse today for the trial of Gamerbury versus Smallishbeans. So if the prosecution would like to give their opening statement.
Hello, jurors. Hello, everyone else. We, as a community, when we make a public space like Spawn, we expect it to be safe. When we go to Spawn, we're not expecting to have to be on guard. At simple local businesses, there should be a standard level of safety we can all rely on. And Joel abused that feeling of security when he built an 11-block tall ladder with no signs, no railings, and no water to fall into. Some of us don't have the best armor or the most hearts, and they're expecting us not to endanger them any more than they already are. Are we not a community that looks out for the safety of others? Or was Joel's intention to cost even more lives with his dangerous shop, which, might I add, has a literal headstone? We as a community must do better.
Thank you, prosecution. Very good. Defense, would you like to give your opening statement?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Judge Scott, the jury, thank you for taking the time out of your day to attend this trial. This trial is a frivolous attempt to pass the blame onto an innocent man. Throughout this trial, we anticipate that his moral character will be misrepresented by the opposing counsel to push a fictitious narrative of wrongdoing. We ask that you first get to know this man for who he really is. Smallishbeans here is a husband, a father to 2 beautiful pets, a hard-working Minecraft builder, and an upstanding member of the X-Life community. In today's trial, you will be presented with evidence of the safe use of the shop by many other players. You will be presented with evidence of a continued pattern of reckless behavior from Strawberry17 to support the conclusion that she is wholly responsible for her own death on that day, not the defendant, Smallishbeans. Thank you.
Shelby, I'm
Thank
not
you,
a husband.
defense.
What am I gonna do?
Okay, so prosecution, would you like to bring forth your evidence?
Well, I don't physically have any to hand to you. I did not know that that was gonna be a thing we could do.
Okay, well,
However-
explain your evidence.
We all, I'm sure, once we heard about the incident, went and watched Megan's video and saw it happen before our eyes. As she even exited the shop, we recognized how dangerous it was. And even in an attempt to be careful, as she exited and stepped down the ladder, she missed completely and died because there was just nothing to stop her from falling. We obviously also have other shops and other places that have very tall ladders, like the 4-Heart Clubhouse, but there is a trap door right at the very top to make sure that you don't overstep. We all watched Megan step off that ledge and fall to her doom. I think that's all the evidence we need.
Okay, do you want to call forth your first witness?
Oh, my first and only witness is Mika.
So, Mika, do you promise to uphold the truth, not to lie in the courthouse, and to speak with honor and integrity?
Yes, I promise.
Okay, you may continue with your examination of your witness.
Okay, Mika, you were there on the day of the incident. Could you
Yes, I
just
was.
first describe in your own words what you witnessed?
Oh, it was a tragic scene. I witnessed one of my best friends fall to her death, go to a clubhouse that doesn't even have a clubhouse. I'm sorry, I'm too shaken up. Can you ask another question?
Yes. Yes, it's funny that you bring that up. That Megan has also, now that she has lost her life, has been abandoned by all clubhouses because there is none for 3 hearts. But I believe that is all of my questions for me.
Okay, would the defense want to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Rip Mika, you were present at the death of Strawberry17. Could you tell me who else was present on that day?
Shelby was present on that day.
And could you tell me in detail what occurred in the 20 seconds or so preceding Strawberry17's death?
I really can't remember at all.
Do you remember perhaps commenting on the dangerousness of the ladder?
Not really.
I rest my case,
Okay.
Your Honor. I have no further questions.
Okay, so if the defense would like to bring forth your evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening. Your Honor, I present to the court Strawberry17's life history book. If it pleases you, I have a copy
Yes.
for you. I have a copy for all the jury members. Oh, you're quite hidden behind that fence there.
Yes, I've got an electron in front of me.
And, just copies for everyone. So if you'd please turn to the first page of the life history book. This book details the 2 death events that have befallen Strawberry17. Her first death, as we can see, was a mere 27 minutes after her arrival on X-Life. And it was caused by an unmarked lucky block, which she did not even hesitate to open. This is evidence of her reckless behavior.
Objection! She definitely hesitated for like 2 seconds.
Objection denied. Objection denied. Allow the defendant to continue with their speech.
As you can see, the second death was the falling event, which we are here in the court today to discuss. The opposing counsel would have you believe that in the 29 hours between her first and second death, that Strawberry17 was invested in her survival. But this could not be further from the truth. Strawberry17 was in fact trying to lose a life. Your Honor, I have some more evidence to present.
Okay, let's put it on the screen for everyone.
Can you all see this?
Oh, yeah.
I present to the court a screenshot of Megan's video. titled Opening Lucky Blocks Until I Lose a Heart. Outright evidence that Strawberry17 is not cautious about her antics in the X-Life world.
Objection! It was just a clickbait title.
That's not an objection admissible in court. Does the opposing counsel expect us to believe that despite her attempts to purposefully die opening Lucky Blocks, that on the day of the shop death, she was even trying to be careful?
Do you have any witnesses you would like to call forth?
Oh, I do, Your Honor. I do.
Where are you calling forth?
Let me just
as
get
your
rid of
first
this, because this is rather
large?
rather
Oh my god.
obtrusive. I'd first like to call to the stand Solidarity Gaming, also known as Jimmy.
Yes. Mr. Gaming, if you would like to take a seat.
Hi, Jimmy.
Now, Mr. Gaming, do you promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You promise to uphold the law and fight for justice in the courthouse?
I do.
Okay. Miss Shadow Lady, you may continue.
Mr. Solidarity, could you first for the court please list the number of ways that you have died on this server?
Oh, you're really gonna do this to me? Okay. I've drowned. I've drowned in a lagoon. I've died by a crab. And what was the last one? Oh yeah, I died in lava as well.
Thank you, Mr. Solidarity. So as the court can see, Jimmy has quite a lot of experiences with the dangers of this server. Mr. Solidarity, how many times have you used the shop on this server?
I've used it 2 times.
Has the shop ever caused you injury?
Not at all. No.
Not a single heart?
No, not a single heart. I know how to use the ladder, going up it and down.
Thank you, Mr. Solidarity. That is all the questions I have for you.
Okay. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine?
Truly saying that you have never lost, maybe not a life, but maybe half a heart. Maybe even just taking a hit, but you didn't lose any hearts from falling from a ladder.
Maybe elsewhere, but not on Smallishbeans' shop. No.
But you'll admit, any one of us at any point could lose half a heart or so on a ladder. They're just dangerous generally.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Solidarity. You may take a seat. Miss Shadley, did you have any other witnesses you wish to call forth?
Yes, I'd like to call my next witness, Joey Graceffa, to the stand.
Mr. Graceffa, please come forth and take the stand.
Judge, I have an objection.
Yeah, that man is hardly credible.
Sorry, you guys. It's very difficult to be here and to look over that side, so I won't be looking that way. I can't look at her. So Your Honor, if it's okay, I would just like to look at this side of the courtroom.
Yes, that is fine, Mr. Graceffa. Now, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. Miss Shadow Lady, you may continue.
Mr. Graceffa, as a longtime friend of Strawberry17, how would you describe her behavior here on the X-Life server?
Well, she's caused me quite distress while I've been on the server. You see, my first day on the server, I came across a very beautiful, small, innocent turtle that needed a home, and I was providing him a lovely home. And I'm sorry, it's just really hard to talk about this. His name was Ninja.
Objection! Not relevant to this case.
Oh, it is.
Also,
Your Honor,
objection?
it's very relevant. I
Your Honor,
promise.
I argue that this story is relevant. It speaks to Strawberry17's character.
Objections denied.
The following day, I logged on the server to see that my turtle was missing and replaced by a frog. And I was so confused and distraught at where my precious ninja went. And I soon found out that Strawberry17, aka Gamerbury, she broke into my home and she stole my turtle from me with her lasso, which, by the way, she's very reckless with. I was willing to forgive her because, you know, maybe it was just a joke, but it turns out that she murdered my poor innocent turtle. If she's willing to murder a small innocent turtle, who's to say she's not to do that to one of us? Or herself, for that matter.
Thank you, Mr. Graceffa. Could you also speak to the character of Smallishbeans, as similarly you are a longtime friend of his as well?
Oh, Joel has been nothing but an honor to have on the server. With his gorgeous builds that he provides for our viewing pleasure.
The prosecution, if you'd like to cross-examine Mr.
Oh, I
Josefa.
would like. I believe it's important to note Joey's character, as he has also, as it was mentioned, the lassos, been lassoing people left and right on the server.
That's not a question, Your Honor, so I don't understand what...
Yes, please don't make the questions to things that Mr. Josefa can answer rather than the statements about Mr. Josefa.
Your Honor, if the opposing counsel has no questions for my witness, I'd prefer if they would stop badgering him.
I think that's all I have
Okay,
to
you may
say.
take a seat. Thank you, Mr. Josefa.
That's all the evidence we have to present, thank you. Unless the defendant himself would like to make any statement.
Nah, I feel like you've said it all perfectly, thank you.
Now, if the prosecution would like to make your closing statement.
I never killed a turtle. It definitely happened on its own. It was living in a 1x1 space. I was just trying to provide a better temporary home for it while a bigger house was being built. And that, you know, things should be safe. They should be safe on this server. I don't, when there's holes in the ground, I fill them. If I see a big crevasse when I'm adventuring, I try and like create like a bridge or a little bit of dirt around it so that if someone else comes across it, maybe they won't fall in the hole and die. I think about these things, and I think about everyone on this server because I feel like we all deserve a fair chance at living.
It is unequivocally true that the ladder does not have a block behind it. The question I pose to you is, does it need a block behind it? Ladders are a safe way to move vertically and are used daily by the players on this server without resulting in death or injury. In fact, the very ladder in the shop is used regularly by a diverse number of players on this server, again, with no injury or death. After all the evidence you've been presented with in the court today, how can we condemn this innocent man to lose some of his money, one of his lives, or spend some of his time in jail? I implore you to return an innocent verdict. Thank you.
Well, if the jury would like to remove themselves from the call and deliberate and come back to me with your decision.
Do we want to wander outside or stay in here?
Yeah, I don't want to do my deliberation in here with these
Okay,
people.
let's
they're all
go
staring
meet
at us. I
outside.
think we go
Let's go meet outside.
Is it safe?
Yeah. Okay, so my thoughts. I think it's just an accident. I don't think the ladder is unsafe. I think it's scary. Also, why are you undressing while we're deliberating?
I'm just taking my jacket off.
Stop taking your clothes off!
I was taking my jacket off. What?
I'm saying I think it's just an accident. I think the ladder is a little scary, but I don't think it's unsafe.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful going down it.
I said the same thing when I went to it for the first time. I said, oh, this is a little bit scary. But
Me too. Would a puddle at the bottom of the ladder make players feel safe? Yes. I think we could come to an agreement to maybe add a puddle without any charges to either party.
Ooh.
That's true. Also, on top of that as well, there's the Four Heart Clubhouse, which is there's a railing at the top with just a few trapdoors around it, and there's no puddle at the bottom, and nobody has had, and arguably a taller ladder. And
Yes.
There's been no spills on that at all. So
either way, I think that or a puddle could help solve this problem.
Okay, have the jury came to a verdict.
Yes, we have come to a decision that Joel is innocent.
Yes.
Okay.
With a little thingy, a little thingamabob. We think it was just an accident, but it would be nice if he added a safety feature for next time.
Okay, thank you, jury. I will take that into consideration with my sentencing.
Okay.
The jury has decided that Smallishbeans is not guilty and holds no responsibility for the loss of life from Miss Burry. It is advised by the court that you do make some alterations to make sure that we don't have a situation like this again, but it is advised, not a law.
Can I say I will add the barriers to protect the young innocent people like Megan on this server who are unable to use ladders properly. Goodbye.
I was about to say what a nice man, but he sprinted out that door.
Don't put your armor back on. Be careful out there.
Alright guys, well that's gonna be it for today's video. If you like my new Waystone area, then make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that court case. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.